Hello everyone! Today we are going to conduct a very interesting experiment called a chemical pendulum or a Briggs-Rauscher reaction. For this experiment we will need potassium iodide, malonic acid, 30% hydrogen peroxide, potato starch and manganese sulfate. To conduct this reaction we will have to prepare 3 solutions in advance. The first solution is quite simple. Take a large beaker and pour the 120 ml of 30% hydrogen peroxide. Then add 210 ml of distilled water. And here we have our first solution. To prepare the second solution, we will need to weigh the materials. Take a large glass and pour the 14.3 grams of potassium iodide and then add the 200 ml of water. As the solubility of potassium iodide in the water is not very high, in order to accelerate the solution, heat the mixture on a hot plate. Once the potassium iodide is fully dissolved, add into the beaker 1.5 ml of a concentrated sulfuric acid. Thereafter, we bring the solution up to a volume of about 1/3 liter. Now, let's prepare the last third solution. For this, we measure up 3 grams of manganese sulfate and put it into a large glass. After that is done, let's add 5.2 grams of malonic acid to it. Then add 230 ml of distilled water. However, the preparation of the third solution is not over yet. Let's take another glass filled with a very hot water and measure up about 0.1 grams of potato starch and add it there. Starch is not very soluble in water, and in order to dissolve it well, we will need to heat the mixture for about 10 minutes. After the starch is dissolved and we have got a so-called starch paste, pour it into a glass with our third solution. Next, the solution volume is brought to 1/3 of a liter, and now we have all the 3 solutions ready. Now the most important thing, conducting the reaction. In principle, there is not much a difference how to mix the solutions, but I am choosing the reverse sequence. The reaction needs to be carried out with a magnetic stirrer. Take a glass with a first solution, put on a magnetic stirrer and turn on mixing. Next, the first solution is poured into the second solution and finally into the first solution. Thereafter, the reaction begins. First solution turns yellow and then it becomes dark blue. After that, the solution is decolorized and the cycle repeats. That is why this reaction is called chemical pendulum. After each cycle, the reaction slows down and the next cycle takes a little longer. The essence of this reaction is the oxidation of malonic acid with hydrogen peroxide. This produces carbon dioxide and water. The reaction has a complex scheme. Yellow color appears due to the formation of free iodine, blue color the reaction of starch of free iodine. Eventually, there won't be any malonic acid left in the solution. Finally, the solution becomes simply blue as of end of our malonic acid, which won't restore the formed iodine.